All right, guys, we're back. Super Bowl 59, Kendrick Lamar halftime show. It seems like it's a lot of mixed reactions in the culture, and I'm seeing a lot of people who saying they didn't get it and that it was horrible. And on the other hand, I'm seeing a lot of people like ourselves that saying it's one of the best halftime shows ever. But it's crazy. So we're gonna bust it down. Pause. Of course, Kendrick Lamar was the headliner. The game was a lackluster game, to be honest with you. No shade to the Chiefs. Just the Philadelphia Eagles. Their defense was number one, and at one point I think the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Pat Mahomes might have got sacked 3 times in a row at one point, and so it was just the game was lackluster. So it was basically all about the halftime show. So straight to it. First of all, what did you think about the halftime show?
I love that. I love the message that he was giving. I love the fact that he went against what everybody would expect or normally do. Because I'm always a person that loves people who step outside the box, so what people think of them or expect. So yeah, I loved it. It was pretty awesome. One of the best ones I feel, if not the best.
Yeah, I thought it was very creative as well. Of course, Kendrick was the headliner, and his song list was "Bodies," unreleased track off GNX, the album. "Squabble Up," of course. "Humble," of course. "DNA," "Euphoria," "Man at the Garden," "Peekaboo," "Luther," "All the Stars," of course. "Not Like Us," and "TV Off." Did you have a problem with that lineup?
I did not because I guess I enjoy his music. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of those songs are from the newer album, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then like yeah, people wanted to hear like all his hits and
They
stuff,
want to hit
but
the bangers.
we're talking about Kendrick Lamar, who always has some type of message hidden, and he's not gonna do what everybody else normally do. So to me, the halftime show was very Kendrick Lamar. I loved his lineup. I thought the music was great for the message that he was giving. Yeah, I was here for it.
Yeah, I liked the lineup. I think some of the songs, maybe Peekaboo, even though I mean it's personally it's a wonderful song, and maybe Man at the Garden. Maybe they didn't. It's just maybe they. I mean they completely. You really what he was trying to do. You can't do it without the two songs.
That's why I was just gonna ask,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
other songs would he have been able to use for the message that he was delivering that would went or correlated with that
What I'm
time
talking about
halftime
is
show?
I'm talking about the crowd dying. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the not for me because it was I was fully engaged the entire halftime show.
And maybe that's what he was aiming for the people who's actually watching. I mean, he ended with TV off, and I don't think that the I don't think.
He gave the people what they wanted the last 3 songs.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think the crowd was too disappointed. They was able to holler A minor through, what I'm saying. The whole crowd was very engaged. I think he did what he wanted to do, which was get their attention, make them listen to what I got to say, to
Yeah.
get my message across. And I mean, I don't think it didn't look like I wasn't there, but they couldn't have been too not engaged.
Samuel Jackson portrayed Uncle Sam,
Genius.
providing satirical commentary, which was awesome. And to me, I thought it had deep meaning, but maybe it didn't. Maybe you know what I'm saying. They say people saying that they couldn't understand. I thought it was easy to understand. I thought it was easy to
Listen,
understand what was happening.
I mean, I'm not just so intellect this and that, but I was able to capture what he was saying. I thought it was genius.
Yeah, it was a lot of patriotic colors and symbols throughout the performance, and it was he wasn't talking to one person. He was talking to the entire country. Seemed like to me in the message.
Yeah, I mean, for me, okay, so after hearing that they created I guess what I heard, and it kind of looked like to me, and I would agree with what I heard, is that it looked like a PlayStation, saying controller, right? And that he's hidden all the symbols that's on the controller. Now, if you're a gamer, which I'm not one of them, really don't even remember playing PlayStation for years now, but you know what those buttons mean: stop, whatever, jump, this and that. I thought that was genius. I thought Samuel L. Portraying Uncle Sam and telling him, what not to do as, as a voice for America and how life really goes, especially towards the black culture, was genius. I would say my favorite moment was when he's up under the to me that would be the biggest message that I took away. I'm gonna say I took away when he's up under the light post with all the guys around him. Like he's doing, I don't know what song that was, but he's basically saying like I deserve it all, and he has the people around him. And then Samuel L. comes and he goes, "Oh, I see you got your friends with you." You know what I'm saying? Scorekeeper, deduct one life. So to me, that was big because they don't want us to team up together. They don't want to see us group together, unite. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing. We get so much done when we unite. And yes, when they do see that, they do tend to like try to kill us off or deduct a life. But how many people have died just so we can have the progress that we have as black people? You see what I'm saying? When we united, I mean, just think about it. So to me, that was, especially with it being Black History, I was like, oh my gosh, it made me even more of a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah, I did enjoy the Uncle Sam joint. Uncle Sam is often used as a symbol of American power and control. It was included as in a satirical way. Um, Kendrick Lamar has frequently criticized systematic oppression in America, and incorporating Uncle Sam suggested themes of government control, capitalism, and exploitation. So yeah, I really did enjoy what was happening, and I honestly I didn't think he was gonna do Not Like Us, because at that point when I'm seeing what I'm seeing earlier in the performance, I'm like, Not Like Us ain't about, it's not about Drake or one person or nothing like that. Like it's about the entire y'all. Just not
Yeah,
like
like that's
us.
not like us. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was great. Now I think the anticipation, is he really gonna do it and how he teased with it was great. Of course, I enjoyed Luther and SZA and all of that, but yeah, and I was kind of glad that he did. I think the fact that that song is just happened to be a part of a rap beef just gives it, it's like bonuses. But like you said, I think it was more. That song was more for what the message he was giving.
Yeah. It's a lot of messages that was going on. Serena Williams danced during the Not Like Us. As we all know, that's kind of a callback to her 2012 Olympic celebration, tying into the themes of black excellence and resilience. That's what they saying it was about, and I liked it.
Well, some are saying that, but some people are also saying like I don't like the criticism she's getting that, excuse me, that she was, as a married woman, shouldn't be thinking about Drake, or she's trying to throw shots at Drake. I think that was nonsense, and people who's thinking like that is small minded, because at the end of the day, she just was able to perform something that they gave her such a hard time about when she was just being herself and where she was from, because she had a win. What was it, Olympics or something? Some whatever championship that she had
Championship.
won during that time. And so the fact that I get a chance to do it and where people are embracing it and congratulate is, of course, I would take that opportunity, married or not. And the fact that it's just, my ex enemy doing it or inviting me, that's just a bonus. It just is what it is. Sometimes you shine on people without even having them like, I don't think she's thinking about him like that. Like, I don't think she was thinking about Dre. She wasn't disrespecting her husband. I think, yeah, you invite me, you're gonna pay me to do something that I can come back and make it, that they gave me a hard time for doing. That part, shining on the ex, was just a bonus.
Yeah, I didn't see the correlation to Drake, to be honest with you, because she a married woman. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, maybe I don't know if she was in her feelings about how her and Drake ended. I do know on Drake's one of his last albums, he did mention that her husband was a groupie or something, or was still.
Right.
I can't remember the bar.
So I don't
But
like
I do
that.
remember it was on either the last album or the album before.
Okay, so let's say if it was about Dre, I don't think it still was about I'm in my feelings about him. You took a shot at my husband.
Yeah.
You had something to say about my husband. Yeah, I'm for the crip walk all on your grave. Like, what do you mean? But I still don't think she was thinking about him like that. Like at the end of the day, I think it wasn't about him. Y'all invite me. I had a championship. The other race gave me a hard time, and yeah, I get to come back and do the same thing that they criticized me for, and now they want to embrace me for it. Like yeah, I kudos to Serena.
Yeah, it was a couple songs that carried a lot of meaning, which was "Euphoria" and "Man in the Mirror," and I don't know, it don't seem like people knew. Maybe people didn't. They're not familiar with his music.
I think that's what it
That's got to be
is.
what it is. Kai said that the crowd was dead. What did Kai say?
Okay, so that little boy was like he was there, and when he was watching it, viewing it from on TV or online or whatever he was watching it on, he's saying the crowd was not that loud or engaged. They were very quiet during the performance, except for certain times. Like not like a Samuel says, whatever. He's a child. I mean, I get he's trying to get it or whatever. Maybe I
Yeah,
mean, like he was there, so
he
maybe
was
he
there.
got
Yeah,
in his section that he was at or whatever. But they couldn't have been too not. I mean, they had to be engaged enough to know when to react or watching it. And the message was so loud, maybe they were paying attention. And a lot of these songs were new to certain people. If you're not a fan that's been listening to his music, so if you didn't listen to any of these new songs that came out last year, you're not gonna know. So you're gonna be listening. You're gonna probably be quiet. Or with the halftime show and all the messages that it gave with the flag and the different things and what he has to say, yeah, you're gonna be listening and you're gonna be watching and you're gonna be quiet, which I think was the goal of what Kendrick wanted.
yeah. I ain't gonna go into with the songs, man, but it just seemed like people should have caught on to that. What did you think about SZA?
I think she was awesome. I think she looked beautiful. I loved the red. I loved her hair that correlate with the red. I think it was like a reddish maroonish color. She sounded great. She performed. Yeah, she just definitely good choice.
I didn't know she was the one that was singing on All the Stars.
Yeah, definitely she did great on
She
it.
did great.
Yeah, so kudos to SZA.
Yeah, kudos. They say he hit the record, but despite all the criticism, he hit the Michael Jackson
Surpassed him.
1993 record. Well, Mike caught 133.5 million, and they saying Kendrick caught 133.6
I mean, what?
million.
I thought I saw 153 or something.
He had
But
153 now.
yeah,
No,
let me
well,
just
yeah. Well, they saying he surpassed Mike
yeah.
from '93,
What's
who
just
got the
the
record. And so, whether you liked it or not, obviously you
It did what
watched
it's
it.
supposed to do.
Well,
Yeah.
they watched it. 133 million.
No, you're right. You were right. I stand corrected. He did surpass Mike, but it was 133 point.
6.5.
Well,
Oh, so they tied.
well,
That is the record. Yeah, that's the record right there.
well. That was a day ago, so it could be changed by now.
I think Kendrick got him. I think Kendrick got Michael Jackson in the Super Bowl performance views. Yeah, he got Mike in views. Man, got
Yeah,
Mike in views.
I think it was.
Michael Jackson did have the best performance out of the two, right? Out of him and Kendrick, right?
It's
You got Mike
like I have to. It's been what you say 90 what?
93.
Yeah, what was I
9.
Yeah, and so that means I probably ain't watched it. So maybe when he passed away, I might have glanced or something, or they might have played some stuff on repeat, reruns. But yeah, so I have to go back and look to see. This one is very fresh, and right now, if I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna go with Kendrick because of the message that he gave. But again, I was 9 when Mike came out with his, so I have to go back and watch and see.
I'm gonna just give Mike the benefit of the doubt because he
I mean,
is
he's
Mike.
Mike. Yeah, but
Yeah. A lot of rap performers, live performers, and producers that know the game are saying that Kendrick didn't have a backup tape or words coming out from anywhere in the stadium. Now I don't know what words they use for that, but it is a specific thing in music that you do when you have a live concert. Because breath control is a big thing, and they say, man, you got to have amazing breath control and all that, whatever, as a performer. They're saying it was an amazing performance. The people who
Well,
know.
well, I did see because it's funny that you said that because I did see where they said Kendrick was making sure that he was in the best shape for this performance. Like he was going out running. I mean, we always known that he's a guy to stay fit and take care of himself. But they say he kind of put in some extra work for this performance to make sure, I guess for what you're saying, to have that breath control and be able to do what he do. So yeah, I just thought it was good, and the fact that he kind of handled Drake was just bonus. But I hope people really got the overall message, and I just love that for us, Black History, and how I just love the halftime show for us. Yeah.
All right, so let's get to that part with the Say Drake. The direct look into the camera, the smile, the walk by, the rest of the bar, and the performance.
Genius.
I mean, my God. Meanwhile, Drake in Australia, I think they're saying on tour somewhere out of the country, and he's got holes and a smoke body suit, saying that he's been shot, but he's still alive.
I mean,
But
yeah.
he just looked in the camera and said, "Say Drake," and I think the meme that's going around is Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Energy.
Energy, yeah. I liked it.
Loved it.
What did you think about Drake? I mean, Kendrick looking directly into the camera and saying, "Say Drake, I heard you like him young."
I think it was great because we in a time where people are with these subliminals. Did I say that correct?
Subliminal.
Okay, you have that. They're so indirect. They so quick to make a post or say stuff or go live and be talking about it, but they scared to say people's name and all this stuff. So the fact that Kendra was like, he just did what he did, I loved it. But I do want us to get into it. You know what I'm saying? About him with the beef part of it. Yeah, Kendrick, I don't think this halftime show was strictly about Drake. I think he had a message and he delivered that message very well, very creative. I thought it was genius. But let's get into the beef part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of artists that has stuff to say about the halftime show and how Drake has been
What
handled.
did Boosie say?
I sent it to you.
I heard Boosie said something that was crazy.
I didn't. I know I can't remember verbatim, but I know I didn't like it. Let me see if I can find it. You got it?
No, take your time.
Instagram. I mean, I got it. If you want to read it,
No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good.
I
Yeah.
really didn't want to read it, but okay, sure. Boosie. Just imagine how Drake feel after boosting so many artists' careers with his features, and those same MFs ain't got to say, and he's spelling out cuss words. I'm just not gonna cuss.
What, boo?
Ain't got to say positive about this dude. That's weak ass F to me. On God, if I was Drake, nobody could ever get another feature from me. Then he tweeted, Serena giving heartbroken by Drake vibes. Okay, I disagree with everything that Boosie has to say. First of all, Serena was not given heartbreak vibes by Drake. I think, again, it was about her, the championship, and the criticism that she got from it, and now the culture is embracing her, and she's able to make a negative into a positive. The fact that it was Drake's enemy is just a bonus.
Yeah, they
I,
say her role in it. The message behind hers was black excellence in resilience.
yes.
Yeah.
And then, I loved how her husband took up for her and made his statements. As far as Boosie talking about just imagine how Drake feels, no, I can't imagine how he feels.
I actually can from what I heard. I don't mean and this like I like both artists. I still like Drake as well. It's just that I mean it was a fight and Drake really got beat up really bad. He lost like clear loss. Kicked while he was down. All that you know what I'm saying. More kicks, extra kicks. All that But people have turned their backs seemingly. But Nobody owes anybody anything. That's the catch.
But I don't think
The,
they're.
all these fake relationships in hip hop, they're not genuine, and I just don't believe in it.
I just don't think that people are turning their backs on Drake just because they want to ride on Kendrick coattail or whatever the case has been. I think people are seeing Drake for who he really is. He has a reputation like people do. He's known to backstab. He's known to go after women, do little sneaky stuff. And then this particular battle rap or beef exposed who he really is. We have seen that he's an emotional person. He's a sore loser. He reminds me, if I just have to break it down, he reminds me, you know, like if you're, from the culture, right? And you're from a hood, let's say you grew up in this neighborhood. You know the person that comes and visit a cousin or something that's not really from your neighborhood, but you get to see them like every summer or something like that. He reminds me of that person, but that person talked too much, and he needs his cousins and him to help take up for him and whatever. Usually, with that type of situation, the people he might end up having to fight, or there might be some fights. But then eventually, because he's the constant around, everybody grow up and they get along. Drake comes off as the person, like even their cousin don't even want to take up for him no more. Like you keep on doing stuff. Now you're out here by yourself. You're not from around here. You know what I'm saying? Then now you want to come with the police. He reminds me of that person. You know what I'm saying? Like we fight it out over here. Now you want to come with the police and talk mess and do all this extra stuff and like no. And I think people are seeing him for who he is. It's not that they're just turning their back on him or they ungrateful that he did a feature. Like it's music, it's business. That's what our teams add us up to do. That's what we're supposed to do. But if I see that you move funny and that you're this type of person, I can choose not to deal with that type of person. And honestly, I think Boosie said, imagine how, now I can't imagine because I didn't deal with people like that. I didn't deal with people who move funny or acted shady or talk too much and don't know how to, the sore loser type of people. Because I fought people and lost and got over, and then the next summer we might have been cool. You know what I'm saying? Drake is the type of person he lose and he's not letting it go. He want to keep fighting, and then you messing with a person that ain't did nothing to you. Like this man, I mean, people might say like he said this and that, on these songs. But technically, he ain't do nothing to that man. He kept messing with him, talking all his mess, drop, and then he dropped, and then you got mad. He ain't let me get my song out, and this and that, and they're cheering him. Like, he just sound like a sore loser, and he's making it worse when he need to just take his L and sit down somewhere.
All right, enough of the beef, but that's what bringing up Not Like Us does to people. So back to the NFL halftime show. It was a little NFL controversy before, leading up to the halftime show, which was the fact that the NFL reportedly regretted not selecting Lil Wayne for the show, considering his deep ties to New Orleans. This added another layer of discussion. Was Kendrick's selection an attempt by the NFL to appear more socially conscious, or was it a genuine recognition of his artistry? I want to just go like smear past it fast too. Lil Wayne's a great artist. Maybe he just hasn't proven leading up to the NFL halftime show this year in New Orleans that maybe he had the show ability and the, you know what I'm saying, the showmanship or whatever. I don't know. I don't know because he definitely got the hits. So I wouldn't understand that at all. But I do remember that. What did you think about that?
I did. I think they chose the right person.
I think they chose the right person, man, and that's crazy. I'm from the South, love Lil Wayne. What's your final take? Okay, my final take is Kendrick Lamar used this Super Bowl halftime performance as more than just a concert. It was a statement of America, black culture, and his place in the music industry. His ability to mix entertainment with through provoking messages is what sets him apart as an artist. That's my last take. And that's major.
That's major.